Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, this is my last day at the beach at the coast in Long Beach, Washington. Sarah and I are heading home tomorrow, so man, I just had to get out here on the beach and fly the Air 2S. So I don't know what I'm going to do on this flight. We just may go straight out over the ocean. We might fly along the beach here. We'll find out. But I just had the urge to fly, so and the Air 2S is the perfect bird for this. It's a nice sunny day. It's in the 60s, moderate winds. It says 9 miles an hour with 15-mile-an-hour gusts, so not too bad, well within the capabilities of this drone. So yeah, let's just take this guy and we'll go out over the ocean and we'll look around. If we see something interesting, we'll fly towards it, and we'll just kind of show you the area here, show you some of the things that are going on. I see a bunch of horses going down the beach the other direction there. We'll give them a wide berth, but if we can get a picture of them, we sure will. So anyway, let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Hey, okay, got the drone and everything fired up here. I want you to notice on screen here, on the screen recorder, you're seeing an enhanced warning zone, and I have to check that I agree full liability for flying in this area. So let me tell you what I did. You guys saw the screenshot of the Before You Fly app. It says this is good to go, good place to fly. I then took the extra step and I looked at the sectional charts to make sure that there wasn't anything going on. This is absolutely Class G airspace, so it's kind of interesting that DJI has this warning on there. But anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and confirm and get that out of the way. And of course, we're always going to be careful and be on the lookout for aircraft, but it's just interesting to me, and that's why people kind of get upset with what they call the DJI nannies. That's me lowering the camera there. Let's look at our safety menu just to make sure we're on bypass. You know, I'm going to disable sideways flight to do our, well, we'll do that in a second, to do our droney. Yeah, 50 meters, we don't need it that high. Return to home, because there's nothing around here that high. We're going to take it on down to 30 meters. You notice I have max altitude set at 117 meters. That is just to keep it below the max legal right now. If I was in the mountains or something, I'd probably set that up higher to make sure that I could get over the top of a peak if I needed to. But where we're at here, that way I ensure that I'm not going over max legal. Compass is normal, IMU is normal. Battery is good, obviously, there, so no reason why we can't take off. You know, we're gonna, I don't think, yeah, I was gonna say I would maybe not want it in 5.4K because of zoom, but let's go ahead and let's run this baby up to 5.4K, 30 frames per second. Let's get the best video that we can, and yeah, let's go ahead and start recording now. And I see no reason why we can't take off, so we're going to hit takeoff on the app. And in true DJI fashion, it's just such a pleasure. Geozone nearby. Okay, well, I don't know. I looked on the map and I didn't see it, so we're going to go up higher here. And obviously, if we do get into a geozone, we'll turn around and we'll get out of it. We don't want to fly illegally. Let's go up about, DJI likes you to go up about 7 meters or so to get the drone to look at its home point, so it can record a good vision of its home point. Let's bring it back down. And we're going to turn it around, and it's probably going to beep at us here. It's not beeping, but it definitely sees us. Let's rock it back and forth, and you can see how that gimbal keeps things stable. And it is time for us to do our droney. I'm going to pick the GoPro back up a little bit. and I'm going to go in and, if I can, into the menu here. I'm trying to touch it. Sometimes the touch doesn't work very well. There we go. And what I want to do is I want to disable sideways flight. That way I know I won't get any cross coupling on this droney we're about to do. So I am going to drop that gimbal, and we're just in normal mode here. Reverse and up now. Hit that up stick, and that's about as high as we need to go, I think. Pick that gimbal back up a little bit and give you guys a shot at the ocean from 20 meters high. And that drone is just heading out to sea. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the surf. One of the things that I've noticed here at Long Beach is the surf is pretty shallow. I mean, I don't know how far out there you'd have to go. I'm not a swimmer, so it's nothing I would try, but I think you have to go out there a ways before you get too terribly deep. Lots of you can go out there. People are wading out there a long ways, I can tell you that. So let's kind of yaw around here and take a look. Now this direction I'm going now, we're kind of going with the wind. And I want to enable sideways flight again, so I'm going to pause here for a second, guys. Go back in, get my sideways flight back, and push on ahead. Man, is this beautiful or what? And I like this, you know, we're about, like I said, about 20 meters off the surf here. You know, not in any danger. There's not going to be any waves any higher than us. And you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see those horses off in the distance there. We'll go out there a ways. We'll stay well away from them. The last thing that we want to do is spook any horses, although I doubt this drone would spook much, but you never know. We're going to stay far enough away from them that that's not a problem. So what we're heading due south right now, and I see those horses there. Let's kind of start moving sideways here, and we'll kind of we'll see if we can't get sideways to them. Looks like maybe they're going in going to do a big circle, it looks like. So they're going down the beach and then they're getting off the beach now. No, maybe I'm just looking at cars there. Yeah, that's another, that's just one of the other approaches. So maybe I'm not seeing what I think I'm seeing. Yeah, that's cars on the beach there. So maybe what I thought I saw as horses, I'm looking down the beach myself. Maybe not. Yeah, those are cars. I tell you what, I think I went too far. I think the horses are back this way. And this that you see right here, that on the beach, they call that an approach. In the section of beach that I'm on, you cannot drive on, but you can see these people are going the other way. But I'm glad they keep one section of the beach with no cars on it. I'm gonna yaw around here. Yeah, I don't know, evidently I missed those horses. I don't know what I'm looking down the beach here. I definitely see some horses, but I think I overshot them, I think is what I did. So we'll come back this way. Yeah, we don't want to go over the top of anybody. Let's go back out over the ocean a little bit. And we'll bring it on home here. Okay, I just went too far is what I did. There's our horses. Let's yaw around. We can get a little closer than that, although we're not going to get too close. Yeah, we're gonna stay well away from them here. But what that is there's a company here that they do. You can go on horse rides on the beach, and of course they're set up for novices. Anybody can do it. And I don't even know how much it costs, but you know, those horses, I think they get a pretty good deal. Every time I saw them, they were feeding quite well. They've got a little corral over off the street, and I don't know what they charge people to do this, but I don't think it's too much. So now we're heading due north, and we're going into the wind. So we can go into the wind here a little bit. And we're still at 66% battery, so going this direction, we're going to be in good shape. I'm telling you, this drone is just a pleasure to fly. It is just amazing to me how easy it handles. You know, I don't consider myself any kind of a expert drone pilot or anything, but you know, I just did a manual orbit around those ponies. It just was easy. This guy is just so precise. You can put it right where you want it. Let's drop some altitude here. I think we can get down lower. Whoop, there's some people there. We're away from them, so that's good. But that'll tell you how shallow this is. So we're about 10 meters high right now. So that may not sound like much, but that's, you know, that's what, about 32, 33 feet above the surf. Yeah, we better get out over the ocean here. We're kind of running into some people, so let's get out here where they're not. And we're about 14 meters high now. Like I said, I always think the surf, let's get back down about 10 meters again. The surf looks so much more interesting the closer you are to it. Pretty cool. Let's see if we can get sideways here a little bit. Yacht around just a little too fast there. And this is the part of the beach that you can, obviously you can see there, you can drive cars on. Now this is a little nerve-wracking here because I can't really see the surf, and yeah, you know, I'm going, wow, you know, I'll see one of those waves and it startles me, but I know there's no wave that's going to go over 13 meters high. Okay, let's point back to us here. This is some good pictures of some surf, huh? Look at this. This is cool. Look at these waves coming in. This is just awesome stuff. Man, I love this drone. Okay, we're still at 50% battery. I think we ought to go out to sea a little ways. Grab some altitude. Wish there were some boats out here. Don't see any boats. And you can see pretty clearly the sun's right over the top there. And you know what? Like an idiot, I didn't put a filter on the drone. I wish I had. We wouldn't get so much glare there, but I forgot to grab the filters when I left our condo. So this is just the naked lens on the Air 2S, shooting in 5.4K. Alrighty. Let's see if we can bring it back to us. Let's throw it in sport mode here. What do you think? Let's see how fast we can get it up to. And we're kind of at a crosswind right here. The wind is blowing north to south, and we're flying now essentially southwest. That's me picking the gimbal back up. Bringing the drone back over where I'm at here. There we are. Well, there's those horses. We don't want to go over the top of them. Yeah, those horses are almost right in front of me here. So I just wanted to show you the grass in front of the, right by the beach here. And I'm still in sport mode. Let me throw this thing back. In fact, let's put it in cinema mode here. And so let's see, I can tell you that little asphalt trail there is a bike trail. The trail that you see, the sand trail there, is the one that the horses will go down. And the condo that Sarah and I are at is not, let me center up on it here. That is the condo. If I can get, let me pick up the gimbal, and it right in center of screen. That is the WorldMark Long Beach condo. WorldMark is a timeshare, one of those points timeshare organizations that we belong to. And it's really nice, I gotta tell you. Sarah was commenting to me, she goes, you know, she goes, I've wondered about this timeshare thing for a while, but she goes, this is a way to go because you absolutely get a much nicer room. Yeah, so the horses are turning off the beach here. Let me see if I can, let's see if we can scoot around and get you a shot of them here. And again, we're gonna stay well away from them, but there they are. Yeah, we were kind of over their trail there, so we don't want to, like I said, we don't want to get too close. But there they are, moving off the beach, and they'll go back to their corral, which is just down the street from where our condo is. But that'd be kind of fun, you know, if you had kids and stuff. Although I'm looking at it, I see it's all adults, but that'd be kind of a fun little trip. There's actually a couple of outfits that do it here, and the other one is closed today for some reason. I suppose they close midweek. But we're going to, let's get behind them here. I don't think it'll bother us if we're kind of behind them, and we're up about 36 meters high, so we're pretty high. So they come off the beach and then they'll just follow that trail. And you know, like I said, I think those horses have a pretty good life. They pack them up every night and they haul them off, I presume, to some ranch someplace. And this is their life, walking on the beach and eating a lot of hay and oats. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're about pretty much even with our home point here, pretty close. We're going to go out to sea here a little bit. I'm going to throw it back into sport mode. We're going to go full stick forward in. Whoop! Yeah, there's a yaw for you. Into the sun. Let me pick up that gimbal just a little, and we won't get out there too far, and we'll just hit a return to home and see if we can get a precision landing. We're at 25% battery, so we're in good shape. Okay, well, we're still in the green, 23%. Let's hit return to home. And I did that on the controller. You'll see it pick up the gimbal and turn right around and come right to us. I'm going to drop that gimbal back down because it's way more interesting. And we can drop it down to the 30 feet. Well, I thought it, yeah, well, it would drop down lower, I guess. But anyway, I thought it would stop at its 30 foot or 30 meter return to home height, but it would let me go lower, I guess. So there we are. You can see me standing there, and we'll lower the gimbal. And let's see if we can hit the spot here. This is really firm, pretty firm sand where I'm standing here, so I don't think it would kick up too much dust. But let's see if this guy will find its landing spot. If it doesn't, we'll cancel and we'll do a manual landing. And the cool thing about this drone is it'll pick up the, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel. So I canceled because it was not on the spot here. So I'm gonna drop the gimbal down. Looks like we're pretty close as it is. Oh, I need to put it in cine mode. I was still in sport mode there, I think. Inch it a little forward. That's pretty close. Okay, I'm gonna go straight down on the stick. Or let's just hit land here. Let's just do that. That put it in landing mode without me touching the stick. And it did, right on the pad. So that's good. And you know what? I didn't have the GoPro pointed down. I'm so sorry. But there it is. You can see where it landed there. Okay, let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, I know the lighting isn't on my face very well right now. I would have to turn around the other way for that. But I was thinking you guys would rather see the ocean behind me than anything. So I turned the camera around this way. But anyway, the Air 2S, you know, this is just my go-to drone. I fly a lot of drones, and you know, I even think about, I had the Mavic 2 Zoom. I think about other drones that I've had. I've had the Skydio 2. I love that drone. But this is by far, this is the best drone that I've ever owned by a pretty good margin. It just flies so nice. And I like the mini drones too. The Mini 2, you guys know I fly it a lot. But this thing is just phenomenal. It really, just the way it handles, and like I said, you know, you're going to see the video, 5.4K video. Now I'll render it down to 4K, but we shot it in 5.4K. So it just looks really good. And the precision, like I said, I don't consider myself a great drone pilot or anything, but even a guy like me can make this drone do some pretty cool stuff. So if you were only going to own one drone, this is the one I'd tell you to get. There's a lot of stuff we could get into, but I'll leave it at that. So I kind of hope you enjoyed this flight. We didn't do anything spectacular, but what I thought was cool is we got down fairly low over the surf, about 10 meters above the surf, and some spots we went south a ways and then north a ways, and we got to see the horses walking on the beach, and just kind of looked at the area here, took you over the dune grass a little bit, and kind of pointed out some of the sights to you. So anyway, I had a blast flying. I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, I really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my channel and maybe recommend some of these videos to your friends. And yeah, I also want you to know that I appreciate you taking the time to look at these videos that I spend the time to create it. I honestly appreciate it very much. And we'll absolutely see you on the next one. The DJI Air 2S, just a fantastic piece of technology. All right, see you guys later. Bye now.